Okay, for number 4, you need to first figure out all the students. I like to write them all down. So I have Marge, and I know she earned 40% of votes. I have Jason, who earned 35% of votes. I have Angela, who received 1/10, but we know that 1/10 is the same as 10% of the votes. And I know Lauren received 60 votes. So when I want to figure out, I need to make them all percents or all numbers. So first, since 3 of them are percents, I'm going to make Lauren a percent. So I know how many votes, 60. So what percent is that of the total? So Marge had 40, Jason had 35. 40 plus 35 is 75%. Plus 10 is 85%. And Lauren, 60 votes then would be whatever's left. So she had 15%. So I know that 60 votes equals 15% of the total. So it's like you could set up an equation, or you could think, okay, if I split this into 5% and divide this by 3, I would divide 60 by 3. So then if 60 votes equals 15%, I divide that by 3, then that would be 20. I divide 15% by 3 and get, oh, sorry, not 3%, 5%. So 20 votes would be 5%. So now I can figure out what 5%. So now I know 20 or 10%, which I doubled. So this would be 40 votes. So if 40 votes is 10%, I know Angela, I'm going to change colors here. Angela then has 40 votes because that's 10%. If I need 35%, I would need 3 of these and 1 5. So I would have 40 times 3 is 120, plus 20 more is 140. Marge has 40%, so she has 4 of these. So 40 times 4 is 160. So I know I have 160, 140, 40, and I know Lauren had 60. So when I add all those votes up, I have 60 and 40 is 100, plus 140 is 240, plus 160 would be 340, plus 60 is 400 votes. Okay, now number 9 is kind of a tricky one. And it says 36 cookies uses 4.5 cups of flour and 1 1/4 cups of sugar. So I want to bake 54 cookies. So if I have 36 cookies and it takes 4.5 cups of flour, I like to label to make sure. It's like setting up a proportion. And cookies, okay, and I need 54 cookies. You can't multiply 36 by any whole number to get 54. So first I want to either go down to what would 1 cookie be, but I'm going to go down to 6 cookies because I know 6 goes into 54 later, which we will get to in a second. So first, if it took 4.5 for 36, I divided 36 by 6 to get 6. So I need to do 4.5 divided by 6. And when you do 4.5 divided by 6, and you could divide it over here, I'm going to do it on my calculator quick, and I get 3/4 of a cup, so 0.75 for 6 cookies. But I don't need 6, I need 54. From 6 to 54, I am multiplying by 9, so now I have to take 0.75 times 9, not 0.9, 9, and then I get a total of 6 3/4 cups for my flour. Now for my sugar, it was 36 cookies, and it was 1 1/4, so 1.25 for sugar. I'm going to write sugar right here. Again, I can't go anything from 36 to 54, so I need something in the middle. And I'm going to use 2 cookies. You could use whatever works for you. 36, and then again, I'll go straight to 54 from there. 36 to 2, I know I divide by 18. So I would divide 1.25 by 18. And when I do that, I get 0.625. Now I can go straight from 2 to 54. And 2 times 27 is 54. So I multiply 0.625 by 27. And when I do that, I will end up with 1.875 cups. Okay, number 10 is one we've done a lot when we find percent of our number, when we want to find percent on an assignment. So if I got 36 out of 40, I could divide that. But if you want to do something quicker, I like to find what I get out of 10. So 40 divided by what is 10? Well, it's 40 divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. If I have 9 out of 10, that's the same as saying I have 90 out of 100. 90 per 100 would be 90%. And we can see right here, D would be 90 out of 100. Now for number 15, it's not one we've done a lot of because there's some negative signs here. And I'll try to show you this also means negative 1 times negative 6 times 7 plus 3 minus 5 squared. And when we do that, negatives cancel each other out. So really, we're saying negative 1 times negative 6. And since they cancel each other out, we're left with just a positive 6 times 7 plus 3 minus 5 squared. Now that I gave you that hint, hopefully you can finish out the rest of the problem and solve it. And finally, number 17. If 5 rolls of tape cost $2.75, we need to find out what 3 rolls cost. Before we can find 3, let's find out how much just 1 is. So I'm going to take $2.75 and divide it by 5 to find the cost of just 1. So I know this goes in there 5 times. I do my subtracting and my dividing, and I'll end up with 55 cents per roll of tape. Now, since I don't need 1, I need 3, I need to take 55 cents and times that by 3 rolls, and I get a total of $1.65. Okay, for number 18, they're telling us we ordered a 20-pound package, so it will be $40. We have one of those. We have a 45-pound package, so we're going to have a 60. 65 falls in this area, so we're going to have an 85. 70, which also falls in here, so now we have 2 of them. And a 95, which lands here at 115. So we need to add up 40 plus 60. I know that that's 100. I need to add up 2 of these 85s, which 85 plus 85 is 170, and then 1 of these 115s. When I add that all up, well, then I'll have 270 plus 115, which then is 370 plus 15 is $385 total. And the last problem I'm going to help you with is number 20. It charges 6 cents per minute for local calls, so everything in this column is times by 6 cents. Everything in this column is times by 10 cents, which when we multiply by 10 cents is really easy. We just have to move our decimal back 1 spot. So I know that this one will be $18.40. This one will be $21.70. And March will be $25 for those long distance calls. Now January, go ahead and multiply 103 times 6 cents. 161 by 6, 159 by 6 cents. I'll do 1 for you. January, if we multiply 103 by 6 cents, we get $6.18. Now to get my total January cost, I add these two. And when I do that, I should get $24.58. You go ahead and try February and March on your own.